Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now it's Rosen looking. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
A run for Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Domaton Peko, the one to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. 11 yards there, first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch. Right there for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers caught on the right side by Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Following the penalty, Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Chubb. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Next to score, Packers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense,
He's got a man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 78 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now Rosen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Sheffield. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
Ball left to be played.
He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fit?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
26. Over, we didn't get it.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Ryan Quigley on now to kick this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
On 1st down, Sheffield. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15.
With the score, Packers 14,
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check, check, check.
Hug, hug. Hey, high 7.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. Right.
Play action here with Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Here, Mike. Get down.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
You got 58.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. With it is Brown.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. I don't even know why this team showed up. Check your hot read.
They'll run on 1st down. Sheffield. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rosen will throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
80 weapon.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Over.
Rodgers now to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Mike. 258. Take me up. Here we go. Big Dan inside. Come. Hey, check 26. Boom.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he's going to score. In for the score. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 22. A give running right is Chubb. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Rodgers now on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 80.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Rosen. Over the middle here to Brown. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Check. 42's the mic. Target, 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 target. Shift, shift. Bang, 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 bang.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
42's the mic. Oh, you got deep?
Throwing on 2nd down. Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Packers.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go. Check.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
11 yards there, just like last play. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. And opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Slam, slam, slam.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And this belongs to the Vikings.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because You would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch the whip.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here's Matt Weil now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Chubb. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 22.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A toss play to Chubb. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I got you. Shift.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sheffield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On first down, Sheffield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Check, Mike 42. Coming to you. Check.
On 2nd down, Sheffield. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now Smallwood running right. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards and the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Sheffield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
At the Packers' 31-yard line.
Bring it. Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd down now, Sheffield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Check, 48's the mic. It's been a long day for you. Jim.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hug.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Keep playing, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
319. Also over here.
So don't say nothing.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's gone. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
I'm coming after you. Switch it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 26-yard line.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers looking left sideline, incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd down, Sheffield. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Hey, Foxtrot.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And he slings one that's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw it.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. To try again after the sack. Rodgers, that's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Rush in.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now Rosen. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rosen. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is up to 18 now. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now this time Rodgers will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Packers on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 17. To throw is Rodgers. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings are going to win this football game. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson.